Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a sit down with W.A.I.T. Wait, and this is the Fast One interview.
Yes, sir. Ski. I'm
Uh,
uh, I'm Mass Man. What up? You know the worst member in Zeker. No, let me chill. But so this fast one interview. Should I just start with
yeah.
the questions or
Well, first of all, how you doing, man? How you doing?
good? How about you, bro?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
I just came back.
Everything's been good.
I just came back from bowling like an hour ago. I got my ass whooped. I will say this though, right? The first and third rounds I got my ass whooped, but the second round I should have won, right? But for some reason in the second round of the second game, right? They
Yeah.
robbed me of 7 points for no reason. And I would have won by 1 point if I had those seven.
Uh,
But
uh, shall we get to the questions?
yes, sir.
Uh,
The first question is pretty, basic. What was the process of making Fast One like?
uh, the process. Okay, this is an interesting one for me. Uh, I started writing Starving One before I even thought of Fast.
Mm,
Uh, And for some reason, it just clicked in my mind that fast because you're fasting and you're getting hungry, so progressively it would be starving.
mm,
Uh, so before fast one even existed, I was already working on starving. So that's
yeah.
interesting to think of. Yeah, I that's just the weird part of it. I want to do like a series of both of these because I genuinely enjoy both of them. They're just kind of me just making a bunch of random songs that have no correlation to each other, just for fun. Just having some fun with it. I think Fast is gonna be a good project. I'm not gonna lie about that. Fast One is gonna be a good project. Um, just it's not gonna be my best work. That's my opinion. It's gonna be
Well,
good,
uh,
just not my best
all right.
work.
This isn't one I got written, but will in terms of you saying it's not going to be your best work, is that including unreleased or released?
That is including unreleased. Yes, that is
So when it
including
comes
unreleased.
out, it will be your best work released.
Yes.
Okay. Uh, Second one, you already knew this one was going to be. Will there be a deluxe to Fast One?
I have no plans for a deluxe with this. It's a what like fucking 10 song project. That's about it.
All right. So a nice little short, simple, sweet, but
Yeah. I don't plan on doing any kind of deluxe for it.
but
Not
if
at
it
all.
does come up, you'll do one.
No.
No, just
That's the funny thing. Whenever I started feeling like adding on songs to Fast 1, I started thinking about like why do that when I can just work on Fast 2?
oh,
Oh,
that is
wow.
true.
Since now I have Fast 1 completely done and Starving 1 is completely done. I'm just I'm writing probably my best project to date, and then I'm gonna get back to Fast 2 and Starving 2.
All right. So now we get into the more beefy questions. All right. The third question I got this was the first time you got a lyric video, AMV,
Oh, okay.
music video for not just one of your songs on a project, but for one of your songs in general. What was it like knowing you took a step forward in that aspect?
It was fun. It was fun. I, mean, I feel like I should explain how this entire thing occurred. Um, happened is that for a while I had said that I wanted to do a music video. I've said that I've wanted to do lyric videos. I said that I've wanted to do visualizers. I was
Yes.
very close to getting visualizers for all of the Corrupted Deluxe, and
Yeah.
then it just fell through due to the fact that the animation wouldn't continue to loop over and over again.
And you didn't feel
So,
like putting it in multiple times.
no, my editing software that came with the computer doesn't really let me do that.
Ah,
So
damn.
Although I am gonna get an editing software tonight, I've decided
Yeah.
that I'm pulling the trigger on it. I'm finally just gonna
All right.
click, boom, get it.
All
But
right.
other than that, yeah, it was interesting because I remember I posted about like, oh, I'm gonna try and da 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 da, and Vibes, mutual friend of ours,
Yes,
Divine Vibes.
sir. Shout out to
Shout out,
Vibes.
homie. Love him, love him. Um, he hits me up and he's like, I want to be your personal editor, and I'm like, fuck.
That is a dub.
Cause I didn't know how to respond. I didn't know how to respond because I, you know this. Uh, I put mental and the friendship and the family over all of that shit,
Yeah.
over all of the music. So when he said that, I was like, I remember telling him straight up, I don't want this to interrupt. Like we're friends first. Like listen, fuck the music, one on one, friends before all of this shit. Okay,
Friends
and he
before
understood that.
business.
Yes, that's how I feel. That's how I feel.
This
And so
is
we agreed to that.
this is like the biggest top tier policy anyone and everyone should have, but sadly people
Yeah.
don't have that philosophy. Like
I just
you and
I
I do.
didn't feel like it was I didn't feel like it was okay for me to
Just
and
be like, oh yeah, let's jump on the board. You know?
and stuff like that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Um, this is
But yeah,
this.
so ever since then it's just kind of it's been working out. I got two more AMVs. I'm releasing one tonight. The night is it's the Saturday, October 16th, by the way, for anyone who doesn't see this until a later date. At the same time, this is probably going to come out at a later date anyway.
Yeah.
So, AMV out now for I Don't Even Care. So, that's
Dubs.
out. And yeah, what Wednesday I'm dropping the last single, which is No Fumbles, the AMV. Mwah. Perfect.
Let's go.
Dropping it
Um,
finally.
so, the for this one, you already brought this up and kind of answered half of it already. So
Uh,
there now, it's very commonly known. You have another mixtape called Starving One. Is Fast One and Starving One connected in any way? And with that poses the question of, are you trying to tell a story or overall message with Fast One, or are they just a collection of songs? That second part you've already answered. It's just a collection of songs.
uh, I also, in a sense, answered the first half. They are
Yeah.
kind of connected. Um, I won't say that there's a story to them. They kind of give me a vibe of uh, what Lil Wayne used to do with like No Ceilings and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. That, and I'm not saying I'm like Lil Wayne. I will never say that. I don't deserve that hype, but that's the kind of influence and the style that I took from it.
Okay, so it's like
So
it's like connected in terms of like sound and vibe, but like not connected in terms of message and story.
yes, I there's no story guaranteed.
Yeah. All right. No, this is a really interesting question. I dead ass want to know this. How do you
Okay,
di- differentiate
differentiate. Yeah.
differentiate your mixtapes because you have a project you refer to as the next Komodo Records mixtape. Obviously, this
Yeah.
hides the name of the said tape. But would Starving One and Fast One be Komodo Records tapes as well, or are they just
Uh,
completely separate from Komodo Records and are labeled as independent releases?
that's a good question. Considering the fact that whereas Neezy and SGT, both owners of Komodo, they have interest in my music, of course. They have interest in my artistry, all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, they don't have full interest in bringing these tapes to other platforms, and that's because of my own fault.
Okay.
I didn't go to them and I wasn't like, "Hey, can we get these instrumentals?" Because I already feel bad enough the way that I do them now because they do so much for me.
Okay.
So all of this stuff that I'm working on right now is completely under the wire. Easy hasn't heard it. Sergeant hasn't heard it. National hasn't heard it.
National would
Zero hasn't
probably.
heard it. N- None of them. Actually, that's a lie. Nash has heard it, and Neezy's heard some of it. They've both. It's oh man, both of them have mixed it.
Okay.
So some songs are mixed by Neezy, and then some songs are mixed by Nash.
So they're
Oh,
like not official Komodo Records project and like are separate from it, but like also partially connected.
yeah. Whenever I say Komodo project, I mean it's going on all platforms, every
Okay.
platform.
That answers a question I have coming up too. I was gonna ask, is
So,
Fast One gonna be on all
with
plats?
with the next Komodo Records mixtape, um, that will be coming out December. I'm very excited about that.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to re-record quite a bit and maybe get new mixing on it.
All right.
Simply to make sure everything's as perfect as I can make it, because I
Yeah, I feel
really
you.
do want this. Although this isn't my current style, it's not how I sound now. I
Mm-hmm.
want to make this as clean as it can sound.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I feel
I'll be
you.
head,
It's kind
I'll
of
be heading
like
back to make it even better.
it's kind of like how I'm doing with my second album, which people know I've been making. Like I'll make one version of a song, and then like few months later, oh, I completely change everything about it.
Oh, that's the thing. That's the thing, though. I'm not changing lyrics. I'm not changing anything. I just want to redo the vocals, and I want to make sure they're as clean as I can make them.
Okay.
So, like, when it comes to the verses, I want to make sure it flows perfectly together. I want it to
Mm-hmm.
be a cohesive unit.
Makes
So
sense. Yeah. All right.
that's my main stuff with it. I'm also gonna go back. As I've said, I'm changing one major detail, and that is that one of the lead singles that I wanted off of it, which of course it never came out, was going to be Escape, and that was going to be a summer song. But I'm changing that to Papa now
All right.
because I feel that Escape being a summer song should be in a more summer time.
Got it.
You know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So
So you're gonna need a
yeah,
new track list art. Got it.
yeah, I need a new
uh,
track list. That's a bad thing.
um, but the next question. All right. So another thing that's not is also commonly known. You have an alter ego, second stage name, side
Oh yeah,
project, whatever you want to call it, known as
yeah.
Pain. Is Pain a independent artist or part of Komodo? This also
And
brings up the question
okay.
that is Pain an unofficial or official member of Z Crew or completely separate from Z Crew?
Pain is interesting subject. I was actually hoping you would bring it up simply because I am very excited about
Yeah.
working in this side. I want Pain to be completely distant from Komodo. I
Okay.
want Pain to be not a part of Z Crew. I want it to be myself. I want it to be the most aggressive form of myself.
So it's like completely separate from
Yes, it is
everything
completely
else.
separate. Whenever it comes to talking about the Demon EP or the C4 EP, both of those are going to be completely different from my normal sound.
Yeah.
I'm going to be in the angriest state that I think I've ever been in. Hopefully, in a sense, it's therapeutic for me, but moreover, uh, referring back to the original question, he is completely separate from anything and everything I've ever done.
All right.
I have no interest of bringing that side project into Z Crew. I have no interest of having that side project be a part of Komodo.
Mm-hmm.
If Komodo ever has a problem with it, they can talk to me about it, and I'll be fine with talking to them about Pain, my little side project. But other than that, he is completely separate.
All right. Uh, yeah, and Pain was like is kind of low-key an inspirational story too, because if we go back to the debut of Pain with Treatment, which was supposed to be on a mixtape called Pain's Awake that I'm pretty sure is scrapped now.
Yep.
Um, which was on the Z Crew channel. Well, is on the Z Crew channel. It literally like fell flat on its face. Like I'm pretty sure basically everybody just didn't like Treatment and was like, this could have been better. And then instead of just throwing it to the side, you're like, you know what? I'm gonna make this even better.
When I say I can guarantee, I have done two feature verses as Pain, and both of those feature verses I've only heard good things from.
That is a W and a half.
The one is for someone who does uh what's known as Nerdcore. I'm very excited for that track to come out. I loved it because at the end I end it with my evil kind of laugh, and I love doing that like villainous laugh. It's always fun.
That
And the
that
other
like
one,
Joker type laugh.
yeah, I guess. But the other one is also a very close friend, really, really close. And I don't know what's going on with him recently. I hope that's still coming out. I hope that everything's going well with it because I really enjoy the verse.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I think in it I say specifically, CEO bitch, I need me a mansion. Seen the lows, now I'm fucking a bad bitch.
Okay.
That's that's probably the biggest leak I can give from my verse even.
All
But
right.
like that's the most angry I think I've ever gotten.
That is a W. Uh, on a side
It's my
note
most
with
embarrassing side.
on a side note with nerdcore, I like how I'll do nerdcore, but I rarely do it. Right. I've had two feature verse and one nerdcore song, and it was all Beyblade.
Yeah.
Bro, and none of the verses were good till I had that third one with musical spinda. Shout out to the homie. But next question I got is back to fast one. Is
All
there a
right.
100% set in stone release date for fast one, or are you still figuring this out? I'm not asking when is it
Uh,
coming out. I'm just asking, do you know when it is coming out?
I'm Kanye Westing it.
God damn you.
I
You
have
heard it here first,
I
guys.
have no
Wait
release
loves to
date.
blue ball his friends and fans. All right.
I have legitimately no release date. There have been two people. Oh, technically, yeah, only two. There are two people that have heard the mixtape in its entirety,
Mm-hmm.
except for one song.
Uh,
The two people that have heard the mixtape in its entirety are XP and Zay. Uh,
figured.
Zay said, along like you, he loves Lonely,
Yes,
and
sir.
XP actually enjoyed it to a certain degree, which was weird to me. But
Bro, that's just odd because like, bro, XP just don't seem like the type of dude to really fuck with lonely.
but yeah, so it was yeah, it's a mixed bag. It's a mixed bag. I'll tell you that.
Yes, sir. Bro, I can't wait till bro when lonely comes out, y'all about to be jumping on the weight bandwagon. I've been telling y'all, bro, this man. uh,
Yeah.
now, this one's a really interesting question. I thought for context I thought of this one while I was on the toilet like 30 minutes ago. But
Oh, of course.
um how much do you think you will grow off of Fast One? Not only in terms of
Mm,
improvement
mm,
musically, but in terms of fan
uh,
size and maybe even as a person.
mm. Music wise, I've grown exponentially. Fan wise, I don't expect anything.
That's fair.
I'm happy. I'm happy right now, just at the rate that I'm growing, just at the slow, steady pace. I'm happy with it.
That is
I
fair.
have people that listen to my music that are loving it. I have people that listen and are like, "Hey, who the fuck is it?" And I love it. I love it because if I see someone hating on me and the hate is unwarranted, they're not telling me what I'm doing wrong, they're not telling me what they don't like, then I can just tell that this person just just isn't a
Isn't a
happy person.
yeah. I feel you on that. I
They're
feel you.
looking to tear down someone who is trying and having a good time while doing it. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
People suck. um
But yeah, so I don't plan on growth numbers wise. I plan on growth musically.
yeah. Uh back to that question though. How much would you say you grown as a person, if at all, from this mixtape? Because I know personally,
Uh,
like in my personal experience, making music can help me grow as a person and like
from this
realize
one,
my flaws.
not at all. None
Not
at
at
all.
all. All right.
I can say
Uh,
that with certainty.
there was one other question, but you already answered that because I said it was going to be will Fast 1 be on all platforms? You pretty much said no. Um, but so this is the last question I have written down. Would you consider yourself one of the biggest underground artists right now? Like not necessarily in terms of fan size, but in terms of closeness to blowing up.
No.
No,
I would never make a bold claim like that. I don't
right.
deserve any claim like that. In my opinion, the people that are underground that are really close to blowing up, damn, I'd put Zodiac. He has real potential. He is huge in
Mm-hmm.
my opinion. I think he should be next up. Like even if he doesn't feel like he is, I feel like he should be. Um, Sleepy Hollow. He's
The,
definitely
the the thing with Sleepy
um
Hollow, he's like borderline mainstream now.
borderline, but he's not there.
Yeah, like he's not on the level of
See,
like Apollo G or Juice World, but
uh,
he's like almost there in terms of being a mainstream
other
artist.
than that, definitely not going to make it. Well, not. I shouldn't say not going to make it right now, but definitely not one that's blowing up right now that I genuinely think should is Caleb Colossus. I remember watching him on Rhythm and Flow, that Netflix show that they did and everything, and I messed with him a lot. I loved his Michelangelo music video and stuff, and I just found him after like over a year, and he released a single called ATL for Atlanta, and the improvement is insane. It's like a chill, laid back song with a fun vibe to it. His voice, he's gotten more confident. He definitely deserves to be next up out of like Atlanta in that area. Just my opinion.
You'll have to send me that song, because I don't know I never heard of Caleb
Yeah.
Colossus in my life. Um,
Yeah.
uh, in my opinion, I think Scant would be really freaking close to blowing up if he were to put out a project like a 5-7 song project. Cause he's huge on Instagram, but he don't really promote like that. You know what I mean? Which Scant's your homie. Uh,
Yeah.
he's also a homie of mine. Well, not like homie, but I've talked to him a few times.
I get what you
Um,
mean.
then but like he's also pretty big on SoundCloud, and he has one song on Spotify. I feel like if you were to get more songs out on like all platforms and put out a project, he would blow up instantly.
Yeah.
Noox is another person I would say has potential. Sleepy Hollow as well, but like I said, he's borderline mainstream at this point. Free Dusty Locane, bro. I mean that was more earlier this year. Now it's kind of died down, but like bro was almost there. You feel me?
Yeah, I got you.
Uh, and then shout out to the other, the fellow Z crew member Zay if he actually dropped often. Like, let's be real. Me and you have both said this on multiple occasions. Zay has the most talent of anyone in Z crew and the most potential, right? The problem is
Also,
he just doesn't drop.
I genuinely believe that Zay would, like, he will blow up.
he
Anything he decides to do, because
yeah,
the mentality that
bros.
he has is such a great mentality, and he's such a good person whenever it comes to like his grind, how he
Yeah,
moves.
he his mentality.
Genuinely have nothing but love for him.
Yeah, bro. His mentality is amazing. He's a tough critic, which I respect the hell out of it, even if it does hurt. Um, but then mentality of okay, it has to like bro's super versatile and everything. Like much love to say. You know, the only issue is that he just doesn't release often enough for him to. He's not a YouTube algorithm whore, basically. Like this year for most of this year, I've put out one song a week, maybe even two songs. You know what I mean? And that helped me get a ton of views and shit. Uh, you know, but Zay is bro. If Zay like released, like every other week or whatever, bro would like grow so freaking fast. It's not even funny.
You got any more questions?
I do not,
You can't even think of any off the top, really.
bro. Bro, my brain is fried.
Uh,
uh, Freak. Oh wait, no, I got one. I just thought of one. So, since Starving One and Fast One are connected in terms of vibe and sound, how how much time will you give it till Starving One releases after Fast One? And will Starving One release before the next Komodo project?
mm, no, I don't think so.
No.
Um, I still have quite a bit of Starving One to record, but everything is written. Um, right now, my main focus, however, is definitely the project I'm working on right now with I'm trying to get like a fifth feature just for it. I
Me.
want I want a drill artist, one that he's someone that I've known for only a little bit, but I've grown to have a lot of love for the guy just because
Mm-hmm.
of how real he is.
Yeah.
And he's shown me what he does, and he's just a really, really genuine and good guy. I think that he deserves a lot. I've seen his improvement since day one that I've been with like near him, and he's insane. I
Dubs.
I I would be ecstatic if
See,
that happened sooner rather than later.
see, see.
Um,
Here's
one thing
the
I can say, one
what?
thing I can say, is that let's see, let's see. Next project I'm working on will have 23 songs
Oh
total,
my god, that's a lot.
and
Uh,
only four of those will have features.
See, when you said
I don't like having features.
see with the person you're just talking about, I'm just throwing a guess out there. I haven't heard his music yet. Uh, I feel like you're talking about Cedar.
No,
No, okay.
I'm not talking about Cedar. I do love working with him. Me and him work pretty often. We also talk often. He's a very good guy.
I have
And
not talked to him. I just know there is there's potential for me and him to work
oh,
in the future.
I'm telling you right now, listen, anyone that hears this, go listen to Taxi by Cedar because, bro, it's a vibe.
After this interview, send me it.
It's my man says it's a bullet party, turned my life into a Gatsby.
Oh my god,
And
that is
if
a bar.
if y'all don't understand entirely, um, he actually kind of only got this, but also didn't. He's never read The Great Gatsby. I read The Great Gatsby, and after reading it and everything, and then hearing that line, I flipped out because the way that Gatsby dies is he gets shot in the back. So turn my life into it's a bullet party. Turn my life into a Gatsby. Gat being bro. I flipped out in the chat
I
with
didn't.
him.
I didn't even catch that. I was thinking it was a reference to the YouTube rapper Gatsby.
I was flipping out in the chat with him. I was like, bro, holy shit. I was ecstatic because I never thought I'd hear a line like that.
That's a dub.
Uh,
That's a
uh,
dub.
just for fun and as the last thing to tie this all up, just thing I want to say. Starving One will have 22 tracks, and Fast One has 10. So,
So Starving One out. Wasn't Starving One originally supposed to be 12?
it was originally going to only be 9, I believe.
Oh
Then I
dang.
added the final track, and final
Then just
track is just amazing. It ties
uh
it all up perfectly. Um, can't guarantee that Starving One will have the two features I'm hoping for,
mhm.
but I would love to have both of these artists feature. One of them has been saying that he's retired, but he keeps bouncing around, so we'll see. And yeah.
Alrighty.
Anyway, that's all.
That's all.
This has
Well,
been a sit down with Wait, the first of hopefully many, and the Fast One interview.
yeah. And by the
Um,
way, if y'all an OG fan of Wait, y'all know the last time we tried to do this, utterly failed. uh, so yeah,
yeah,
that's why it looks like it's from my perspective because I'm the one who's recording it, even though Wade's still gonna be the one posting it
yeah,
because his software do so.
yeah. This will be going up on the Z Crew channel, so
Yes, sir.
like, sub, share, all
Z
that,
Crew
because,
mixtape in the works, baby.
sir. All right.
All right, man.
Good night, all. Uh, Peace, positivity, and prosperity.
Alrighty.